you want to become a successful trader, you need to embrace that it's all about mastering yourself and your actions. Discipline is the true path for financial freedom. Forget about all these hidden strategies or fancy indicators. Self-discipline is the real key. When you conquer yourself, then you will see results. Then you will become a consistent, profitable trader. Hey there, Tamir from Fibonacci-Traders.com here with the daily market recap. Please hit the like, subscribe, share with friends, and without any further ado, let's see the charts. So let's see what SPY and Friends brought us today. Another bearish day with a gap to the downside. Now we have this gap over here at the 449.20. Let's see where this week will end. 445 holding. We had a bounce of the 50% retracement, a weekly close in this area, and next week we are heading towards this purple trend line, and of course it's only my opinion. QQQ, bearish day, 372 is holding. Below it we are heading towards the 367, and we have lower highs since the peak of middle of July. We can take a trend line to help us to identify that the short term and the Qs is down. Dow Jones, also we have this trend line, helps us to identify we have lower highs since beginning of August, and the longer term we have an uptrend line that helps us to identify the higher lows since March. So overall, if we clean the chart to get a better point of view of price action, we can see price of the Dow is getting tighter and tighter. The price range of the Dow is getting tighter and tighter with higher lows, lower highs. So let's see where the Dow is heading. Where do you think the Dow will end up September? Closing this gap, or 360 to the upside? Let me know in the comments below. What do you think? IWM, you know this trend line because you saw previous videos. And now, once again, this trend line holding. Price bouncing. Now, let's see continuation above 188. Breaking below, a weekly close below this trend line, and we are heading straight towards 181, sorry. And then we are heading towards closing this gap over here at the 176. Bitcoin chart talks for itself. 25, this red line is holding a support. Below it, we are heading towards this red line. Ethereum, same thing. Below 16, we are heading towards this purple trend line. Overall, crypto land looking not good. Oil, after a very nice breakout 3 days ago, now 88, as we said, is a very tough resistance. Let's see if we can close the week above the 88 and then 92 and then 100 area. We can take Fibonacci once again, swing low, swing high, 85, 70, and all this area, the 85 area, need to get retested as support. XLE, the energy ETF, 2 consecutive dojis. We have a gap to the downside at the 89.50, which is also was a very tough resistance. As you can see here, this gap needs to get closed because we know that more than 80-85% of all gaps will get filled throughout time. So I would wait for this gap to get filled, bouncing, and then towards this trend line to the upside. SOXX bouncing between the 503 and the 511 area. If you are not long yet on SOXX, I would wait for a weekly close above 511, a weekly close below 503, and in my opinion we are heading towards this white trend line. This white trend line is holding the higher lows since October of 2022, 1 year of a bullish trend on SOXX. But if you're not long yet, I would wait. And of course, it's only my opinion. Always do your own due diligence. Never follow blindly anyone on social media, and it doesn't matter how many subscribers or followers they have. Do your own due diligence. Take care of your own money. Apple going down 3.6% towards the 50% area. 50% retracement area. Now let's see, can bulls of Apple go back up and close the week above 185? We do have here this trend line, short-term trend line, very short-term trend line since middle of August. Let's see if we can get a bounce. Nvidia, 3% to the downside. Now 462 is the support that needs to hold. Otherwise 451, and then this gap to the downside. Tesla, another day, another inside day. Doji, which means indecision in the market about Tesla. So if market cannot decide, we surely cannot decide. 240 holding a support. It was resistance, now holding a support. 261 was support, resistance, and now once again resistance. So if you are looking to go long on Tesla, I would wait for a weekly close above the 261. AMD, inside candle. Doji, yesterday's Doji, today inside candle, indecision on AMD. If you want to go long on AMD, Fibonacci-Traders, we are waiting for a weekly close above this red trend line. Shopify, since the major gap up a few days ago, 3 consecutive dojis, indecision, nothing much on Shopify. This 63 area needs to hold the support. Otherwise, we are heading towards this gap. Don't be surprised if this gap will get filled during September. Roku, perfect example of why controlling your emotions can save your trading account. Went up 13%, gap to the upside, and then, not surprising, gap got filled throughout the day. Look at the intraday, 15 minutes. Gap up around 13%, and then just went down all the way, closing the gap, and then trend reversal. Once a gap is getting filled, most probably we will get a trend reversal, and it doesn't matter if it's a gap up or a gap down, and it doesn't matter how far the gap is. High probability, 80-90% chance that this gap will get filled. Netflix, inside candle, Doji, 438 support, 450 resistance, a weekly close above 450, and we are heading towards the 468 gap. Microsoft holding above the 331. 331 was a very tough resistance. Yesterday broke up and above. Today Doji inside candle, 331 needs to hold. Let's see continuation above 336. Meta still struggling with the 300 area, 300 price, but looks like, let's see what's happening. If you want to go long on Meta, I prefer a weekly close above 300, using the levels to the downside as our risk management. Amazon, short term, downtrend channel. This is why we have these trend lines. Trend lines helps us to identify where price came from, where it is now, and where, with high probability, it's going from here. For now, we have a short-term downtrend on Amazon, so no long position, no new long positions, in my opinion. If you want to know where price will head next, below 134.70, 132.60, and then this trend line to the downside. Google, some will call it rising wedge, but it's rising. So for now, Google is in an uptrend. This area, the 132, was a very tough resistance, now needs to get retested as support together with this trend line. This trend line, the lower trend line, goes all the way back to March, holding the higher lows. Every time price reached this area, got bounce. Let's see if the 132 together with this trend line can hold once again price of Google, and then we will look for a bounce, same as it did here, same as it did here, and same as it did here. Thank you very much for watching. I do hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please hit the like, subscribe, share with friends. Don't forget the notification bell on. 2 lives a day, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time pre-market preparation and 12 p.m. Eastern Time midday market review. Until the next video, stay safe.